what a victory against a really quality opponent. So going forward,
Yeah.
let's reflect on this one first. Tell us about your thoughts on.
Well, I thought it was a great game. You know, I don't know how it felt to everybody else, but we came out of the gate strong. We had great energy and enthusiasm. I thought we were playing really well, and they just wouldn't quite go away. So I thought we had it in control, and then Roy Kane would hit another very difficult shot. So I was really impressed by how New Haven played. And then you sort of get in the middle of the game, and it's just going to be a grind it, knock down kind of game. And look at what it came down to: 2 balls that go out of bounds off us, possessions. They have multiple chances, and a play that that we think we made cleanly, and maybe they didn't. That we end up with a no call, and you win. So at this time of year, man, you're just happy to get a victory, and we're moving forward on to Tuesday.
Coach, back in the first half, they had a possession with 1 second on the shot clock, and they went to that lob.
Yeah.
Did you have a feeling that they were coming back to that for that final?
Yeah, but then I
one?
took a timeout, and he changed the play. So we took that play away, and then to be honest, has Teddy been in here yet? He stole a play from Damon that Damon used on him yesterday and curl cut around him, and actually it was a really wonderful play. Tim read it from the top, so we had bodies there, just not tall enough bodies. He's a little bigger than us, so that he got his hands on the ball was actually surprising to me. So, but what they did in the first half was in our head and trying to defend it the second time.
Why couldn't you put more distance between yourselves and them, Tim, do you think?
Just every time we got it seemed like that 7-9 area, and Roy Kane would make a big play, and it had nothing to do with how we were defending them. I thought our guys, Goose and Chris and Alonzo Jackson, did a great job being right in his face, and I mean, sometimes that's all you can do is contest it the best you can, and it was his kind of night. I mean, everything he shot seemed to go in, even his misses were right there, so I mean, they're a good team. They're older now, a lot of juniors. They weren't going to go away, and it's a big stage. Every time we got to 7, we couldn't. It felt like we could break it open a little bit, and we just couldn't do it. They would make a play, and we just couldn't do it.
And what was going through your head the last 20 seconds or so, knowing that this could be it for you, really?
Honestly, just trying to execute. I try not to get my head like that. Just make the next play, try to read the next play, and try to grab a rebound, try to help out my teammates, communicate. So really, none of that was going through my head. It's just, if we get a stop, we can get out of here and we can move on.
Well, because in those last 20 seconds, we were on defense right? Like Cody missed the 2 free throws, and then we had to guard multiple possessions. So if he's thinking of the end of his career on defense, then we got a problem.
Gustav, seemed like you came out, maybe took a little bit more aggressive approach than you did in the game yesterday. Obviously, a little bit of a different matchup with the New Haven forwards versus the guys you saw yesterday with Malloy.
Yeah, I don't know. I think yesterday I just it's been a long time since we played last, been about 2 weeks. So I think you have to get over those jitters you have at first, and got to get out of my shell a little bit. Yeah, it felt good.
Tim, after Roland picked up his 4th, when you were guarding him, were you maybe looking for an opportunity when he was driving to step in front?
Yeah, we have them scouted pretty well. We know they want to be right-handed dribble drivers, him and Elijah Bailey. And I think I got him on 2 offensive fouls earlier this year when we played him. So I was kind of sitting on that all game, and I knew when he came back in with 4 fouls, they ran a set to isolate me on the left wing, but I know he's not going to go left, so I just try to step in and give up my body, and I know if I was able to get that charge, he would have to sit out for the next 8 minutes.
Coach, just to dovetail on what he was saying, you don't play for 2 weeks, you have to shake off the rust, and then all of a sudden you got to play back-to-back days.
Yeah.
From a coaching standpoint, do you have to do anything differently to get these guys prepared?
Well, no. The short turnaround mentally is not that big a problem for us. The way we play defense, you're in a 5-man handoff. No matter what anybody does, if you just talk it out, we're okay with that. So that piece isn't. I'm more worried, would be more worried physically. you're off 13 days, so a coach is always worried about how much conditioning level you lose. Am I working them too hard? Am I not working them hard enough? How's it going to play out in the games? And then, we're in a position, 2 games in a row, I played Tim and Cody 40-40. So, they're older, they're seniors, they can probably handle it, but, it's a pretty hard load. So, to answer your question, yeah, I'm concerned about what you have left in the tank, but if you're going down with your best guys.
Coach, just a thought on New Haven. You beat them by 20 earlier this year. This is a totally different team you saw 2 months later.
They didn't play well here, and we knew that. It's like, trust me, I've watched them a lot on film. I think they're terrific. We've talked about them to our team. Our team thinks they're terrific. They didn't play well when they were here. So that happens sometimes. We didn't expect to do to them today what we did to them in January. That's probably not going to happen. So what happened today is more real. They're good. Like Tim said, they're old now. So for last year and the year before, not so good, not so old. But now those kids are growing up, and they're a real challenge.
Tim, looking forward to the game against Stack. You, Cody, Danny, the ball handlers, how are you preparing, if you've even thought of it yet, to handle the 40 minutes of torture they're going to try to put you through?
Yeah, I think all 3 of us have to share the load. Not one guy can handle that pressure for 40 minutes or even a half. So I think we all have to be able to step up and not be afraid to make mistakes and be short with the ball. I mean, Stack brings a lot of pressure, as everyone knows, and luckily for me and Cody, this will be our 3rd time playing them in 4 years. It's a little different now. They don't have Justin Reyes, and they've basically turned over their whole team since we played them last. But it's still the same concept. They have a lot of athletes. They have a lot of speed, and as you've seen in this tournament, you get up 10, you get up 15, they're not going anywhere. So we're gonna have to be focused, locked in for 40 minutes, and be able to handle the load and not. I think probably the biggest thing is keep our composure. If they're gonna turn us over, we're gonna have some mistakes. It's just what they do. It's their game plan, and I think we just gotta stick together and kind of all share that load.
Your thoughts on Tuesday, Keith?
Yeah, I mean it's a pace game. Their style is different than I think anybody in the Northeast 10. So we'll use tomorrow to try to get our legs back and recover. And we've played them enough times. Like I've got experience ball handle. Miles is a freshman, but my forwards can all Goose and Chris help handling the ball. And they basically, teams that play like that put pressure on your secondary ball handlers. So do you have 2, 3, 4, 5 that can all dribble it and make a pass play? And we think we do. And then, it'll be, can we now get a hold of ourselves and run quarter-court offense? So they're I said after watching them a little bit, it's like it's a bunch of junkyard dogs running around out there. They're just tough, and they don't quit, and they fight and scrap. And again, you get to this level, we know we have our hands full. We've been in this game, this is our 3rd time in the last 6 or 7 years, so we'd certainly like to win one of them.
Anything else, guys? All right, guys, thank you.
Thanks, Joe.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.